Alright, it has been 5 days that the Lepidolite has been running in stage 4, 1000 aluminum oxide. It has locked up a couple of times, but it's running fine now. We'll get some water and then let's, yeah, it looks like it's running really good. Let's check the surface and we'll be right back. Okay. Let's check one more. How about we just shut that off and then grab a bigger piece and let's check it. Let's wash it off, do a rinse. Holy cow, that surface feels nice. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of a shine already. Oh yeah, it's definitely ready to move on to polish. Add a little bit of Dawn, just a couple drops. No good bubbles. Add a lot of water. Turn the action up. Alright, we'll see that after a wash cycle. We're going to let that run for, I'm going to give it a little bit longer than the normal 30 minutes. It's a bigger load, softer stone. And the stone wasn't really perfect when it went in. So there's a little bit of nooks and crannies. Just let's give it 45 minutes to an hour. And then we'll do a wash cycle outside. And it's raining today, so I'm not going to film that. But we'll do the inspection after that. And we'll see if we'll take out any damaged stone and we'll move it to polish. Alright, Lepidolite is moving along. Coming to the end of stage 4. Okay, it's time to check our White King's Quartz and our green Citrine, which we have been letting run several extra days because it just wasn't getting the polish that we wanted. It's like the corners were polishing fine, but the flat sides were still just a little dull. So we let it run for a few extra days. Let's see, we let it run 3 days, we did a check, we let it run every day we've been checking it, every day we've given it one more day. I think it's been running, I don't know, when did we start this? We started this on the 17th. 9 9 days in polish. Wow. That is pretty spectacular. I don't know, it's like we almost could use a little bit more. Let's check another one. Let's see if we can find a piece of White King's Quartz. There's a piece. Let's clean it out. Get a little bucket of water off camera here. Dry it off. It's really hard to tell on a white piece of stone. Wow. That's freaking gorgeous. Not seeing any bruising, no spalling. Damn, that's beautiful. Feels like glass. Alright, I had some adventurines in here. Let's take this piece of yellow out, clean it off. Because we needed to fill the barrel and it was laying on a shelf and needed to be finished. This had been polished before and it was damaged. It had been gone through polish all the way in the rotary tumbler. And it had some bruising and spalling, which are like the white marks on the stone. So we took it back all the way to stage 1 and worked its way back up in, abbreviated cycles, but still. Damn, that's beautiful. And there's still some polish in there, but it needs a wash cycle. Yeah, could almost use a little bit more time. These flat surfaces. Let's pull another piece and check. Oh, where's that big piece of that peach that had that pit in the center of it? Let's see how that's doing. Wow, that polish is really dug in there. Well, let's check it out besides the polish or the pit. See how it's doing, because the ultrasonic cleaner will get that out. So I'm getting finger marks on it. So there's that pit with the polish really driven in there. I'm going to need to get that out. I'm going to use a toothbrush to it, and then I'm going to put it in a Dawn bath and then the ultrasonic after that. Holy cow. That is so beautiful. I'm really curious to see that shine. I want it to be a little glassier. Because right here on the ends, it's so much shinier. The only time for a bath, there's just give it another day. See, and this is why it's been running for 9 days, because I keep checking it and I keep doing this. I'm like, this could be shinier. This is really perfect. And here, this looks a little duller. You know what? I'll give it another day. Give it another day. I know that a vibratory tumbler is supposed to speed up the processes. But 9 days. That's a lot of freaking time in here. Definitely giving it one more day. Alright, that is the quick and dirty update. We will be back with the Lepidolite after it finishes its wash cycle. Okay, it's been 9 days and we want to check our barrels, and so we are going to do our washouts. We're going to start with our barrel that's in 500 aluminum oxide, which is our stage 3, and it's our miscellaneous MOHS 7 stones that we are doing a catch-up with. Nice and foamy. No gas in the lid. Look at how foamy that is. Let's see, clean the lip on this a little bit better. Different colander, soft-sided, because once it starts going into pre-polishes, I don't want any wire scratches on the stones. Oh, that was really foamy. Okay, we'll take that inside. Okay, I'm going to switch colanders now because I am moving from aluminum oxide to silicone carbide. So let's start with our mixed barrel soft stones. This is our sunstone batch, and it's in medium, which is stage 2, 120, 220 silicone carbide. A little bit thinner slurry. just want to make sure the lip is nice and clean. Now this lid does have some gas buildup, so we're just going to burp it. And that's because it had some obsidian in here. It's like a volcanic glass. The glass does gases. Some moonstone in here, some snowflake obsidian, sunstone, a couple pieces of labradorite. There's some nice soft stuff in here to fill our little tiny 1.5 pound barrel. Alright, let's take this inside for an inspection. Okay, we're moving on to stage 1. We've got 9 barrels in stage 1 this week. And we're going to start with our 2 6-pound barrels because they're the heaviest and I want to clean those out first. So we have Dalmatian Jasper, which has been 1 week. It's 6090. Wow. Look at the bubble on that. That's built up gases. Now all you do is let the air out, and seal the gasket back on. And now it's laying flat again. This has been running 9 days. Normally I run 7-day cycles, but I wanted to run it a little bit longer, especially since it was a first run. And we had so many new projects last week, I just let everything run for 9 days. You can see that the borax has no standing grit. What you're seeing is rock. Borax really does a great cleanup. No scrubbing of the barrel is needed. Boy, that does a great job. Not much grit left. Stone chip. Ooh, that's heavy. This is stuff we cut up on the tile saw. I'm loving this. Wow. Can't wait to go inside and do the inspection. Alright, Dalmatian Jasper. Be right back. Okay. Now, we have our bird's eye rhyolite and our mushroom rhyolite. It's been running 9 days. In the first cycle of stage 1, 6090. Of course, silicon carbide grit. Big bubble on this lid, which means that there was gas in the barrel. let's just burp the lid here. Get that on nice and flat again. This is a really red, like a brick red mud here. Kind of has a little bit of an oily texture to it. Whew, look at that. Now by adding borax to the barrel as we run the rind, it makes water, just a rinse, cleanup, so easy on these barrels. And it helps with the grit suspension because we have hard water. Helps with all kinds of things. That's a heavy barrel with wet hands. Lots of chipping in the barrel I'm seeing, and that's to be expected. Now you can see how the water separates from the rock mud, separates from the grit. Grit is heavier than water, so it separates itself. And then when you touch it, there's no grittiness to it. So there's no, it's not like there's leftover grit. And this is just the mud, and then the little particles of stone that came through the screen. That's all stone. See that in the camera, but there's a lot of little chips that happened, and I'm okay with that. This is the stage that's supposed to happen because we're doing our grinding and our shaping, and we want to break off all those little pieces. Really good rinse, so when we do the inspection it won't be all grainy, or pardon the pun, gritty. We have two different stones in here. The bird's eye rhyolite and the mushroom rhyolite. Wow, I really like that mushroom rhyolite. And this also we cut up on the tile saw. Okay, let's take it inside. Just a real quick, we're back here. Just wanted you to see how much stone, how much chipping we had in this barrel. And I'm betting it was mostly the bird's eye rhyolite. Because looking at these little chips, it's got that little pattern. Although that one could be mushroom. Okay, let's take this inside. Alright, we're going to do our Kona dolomite next. It has also been one stage. Stage 1, 6090 coarse silicone carbide grit for 9 days. It's in its first run. Lift that lid a little. Not much gas buildup. Really foamy. That's really nice to see. The borax helps with thickening that slurry. Helps with the grit suspension during the run, especially with the hard water. And as you can see, the barrel cleanup is just a breeze. You can see how the water is separating from the rock mud, and it's separating from the grit. find that fascinating. So even though we cut this cone of dolomite up on the tile saw, there was still a lot of breakage in the barrel. Lots of breakage. We want to see that in stage 1 because this is where the shaping and the grind, the heavy grinding happens. We do not want to see chippage and breakage in later stages because it can damage the finish on the stone. That will impede a really good shine and can mar our polish. As you can see, we are less than half full in this barrel, so we lost a lot of mass on our cone dolomite. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back with our apatite, which is a MOHS 5. It's been 9 days in its first stage 1 run. This is a softer stone. Ooh, lovely, lovely slurry. No gas buildup in the lid. Wow, look at all that foam. And look how easy the cleanup is because we added borax. Look at that. They're so clean. That pretty blue would be underneath all that gray slurry. And we've got breakage in the barrel, which is what we expect in stage 1. A lot less than I thought it would be. Oh, here's a lot. So you'll notice we put no ceramic media in the first run on these soft stones because we wanted to get the maximum grinding done. Look at this, there's only like a quarter of the barrel left. That's a lot of loss. Okay, another new stone we started last week was our spider jasper. And I forgot to film loading the barrel last week. So, this is its first week, which was a 9-day cycle in 6090 coarse silicone carbide grit. There is a lot of gas buildup in the lid. So we'll just burp that out. Also cut on our tile saw. This has been a really good month for me for rock stuff. Lots of new projects starting. we cut a lot of stuff up on the tile saw because the weather's been really good. Look at the neat pattern on this. I left a lot of it rough on the tile saw. You know, I didn't like trim it down as well as I did the other stones because I kind of wanted to see how much grinding happened. Looks like we've only got 3 chips in the barrel. I thought this would chip a lot more than it did. Huh. Okay. We retained a lot of mass, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm still at about 2/3 full on that. And we're back with our desert jasper, and there's a couple pieces of green tree moss agate that we were trying to finish up in this barrel as well. This stuff has been running forever. Not the desert jasper, but the other little pieces that I use for barrel filler. 1, 2, 3. It's been 4. Yeah, it's been 4 runs in stage 1 for the desert jasper. We had a big old piece of polychrome in here too, as barrel filler. Here's the green tree moss agate. Some of these little pieces that just needed more time in stage 1. The rest of this is our desert jasper. It's looking beautiful. So when it's wet, right out of the barrel, and, you know, outside out here, I really don't see any of the imperfections, which is why we do the inspections inside. Under better lighting. And then we can see just what's going on. Okay, we'll be right back. Landscape jasper is our next contender. And it has green jasper as barrel filler. I gotta say, I really love these easy clean outs. Hope this 9-day run is able to finish off some of these stones. I like to start moving things forward and get them out of stage 1. Landscape jasper. So pretty. Okay, we'll see this inside. Okay, we're back with our skull site. gosh. We're down to our little 1.5 pound barrel. No ceramic media in here because we've been trying to grind it really well. Look at how thick that slurry is. Oh, a little bit more. No buildup on the rim, so that's good. Still getting some shipping. Okay, this barrel has been an experiment. We cut it up on the tile saw. They were specimen pieces, which means they had a whole lot of host rock weirdness going on. And we're trying to grind it all off to see if it's possible. I didn't want to cut it off with the tile saw because I didn't think we'd have any stone left. And as you can see, it's nowhere near what we want. Some of these pieces might be ready. There's a lot of grit stuck in this. Partly an experiment to see how the ultrasonic cleaner can get alright, so take a good look at that. I want to see if the ultrasonic cleaner can get that ground in grit out of the stone. That's an experiment. Trying to see how much of that host rock would grind off is an experiment. And seeing if we can get a shine on the skull site when it's, you know, a 5 to 5.5 stone is another experiment. And because there's so much grit left in here, I'm going to leave water in this barrel while we do the inspection. Alright, we are down to our last barrel. Okay, we are down to our dregs. This is our last barrel to clean up. This is little bits and pieces of a bunch of different products that just needed more time in stage 1. We did have ceramic media in the barrel. We just didn't have enough stone. And any of these pieces that are not ready to run to 120 this time are just going to get pulled. Couple of bits of our sodalite, unakite, amazonite. This is the ite barrel. I did it one. Oh, maybe one piece of sunstone. That's it for the stone that was in this barrel. It best be ready. This is all ceramic media. Okay, that's it for washing out our barrels this week. 10 barrels in our Rotary. And then our Lepidolite came out of, I think 1,000. 1000, and it's in the ultrasonic cleaner right now. We'll go downstairs and take a look at that, and then do all these barrel inspections, and we'll see what is going to move forward. It'd be nice to get a lot of this stuff out of stage 1. Okay, we will see you inside. Alright, we are done with our lepidolite in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's see how dirty the water is. So there was a lot of that stage 4 1000 aluminum oxide still on the tucked in the stone. I am going to go rinse this off, and we'll be right back and do an inspection to see if any of it's ready to go to polish. Be right back. Okay. Now, let's start this week off with our lepidolite, which has been running a few days, 6 of them in stage 4 on a really low level in our vibratory unit in stage 4 1000 aluminum oxide. Okay. Now, I dried it off. And we can see a little bit of a shine, a little bit of a matte shine on this. Which is making me very hopeful for polish. The surface feels amazing. There's some texture to it. I mean, there's so much mica in this, there's no way it could be perfectly smooth. But we, I think, are going to be all right moving this to polish. What I want to make sure is I don't have any broken or chipped stone. This stone is so soft. It seems like it's holding water almost. Wow, that's pretty nice. Lots of this stuff. And I'm drying it off so that I can get a better feel, better visual on it for any damage. Now, I ran this for 45 minutes in the ultrasonic. I did a 30-minute run, and then I did a 15-minute run. I mean, the water was a little cloudy. I've seen worse. So, you know, I'm not all that concerned about grit contamination going into polish. But right now we have got in our polish barrel our White King's Quartz and our green Citrine that has been running for like 9 days in polish in the vibratory unit because it's just not getting that high shine that I want. But I'm going low and slow on it. It's an adjustable unit for speed, and I've been going low because I don't want any bruising on it. This looks really, really good. It kills me that we're already getting a shine. I think I've been going too short in the vibratory unit. Everybody talks about, oh, it's going to speed things up, it's going to speed things up, oh, everything's going to be so much faster. And it's true, to a certain extent. But the lower I run my vibratory unit, you know, the slower, and the longer I run it, the better my results are. And that's just been little experiments that I've been doing as we go along. And so I'm kind of waiting for that polish barrel, and but I do have 2 other barrels. I could just put them in polish because we've got black onyx still waiting to go, and then it looks like this stuff is going to wait for that barrel too. because I was having a dedicated polish barrel. Oh, look at the shine, because this is completely dry. Oh, this is giving me hope. But yeah, so I had a dedicated barrel, and I've just been waiting, to run everything in it. But now that I'm getting a lot of polished stuff backing up, I might just use the other 2 vibratory units and just do the whole thing. I mean, it's nice if you can just do a dedicated, but we're running 10 rotary barrels and 3 vibratory barrels. So this is nuts. Wait a minute, do I have 12 barrels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god, I have 12 rotary barrels. Holy crap. So that's 15 barrels that I'm running this week. That's a lot to get through. That was like that when it went in. So that is not damage. That's quartz. Okay. I am going to finish doing this off camera because again, we've got 15 barrels to get through, which makes these videos ridiculously long. You know what I'm looking for, I think by now. I'm looking for broken or chipped stone. I'm looking for anything that cracked. I'm looking for damage. Anything that's damaged, I'm going to pull out of the barrel. Anything else is going to be ready to go to polish. These are some janky shapes, but in the vibratory tumbler, we can handle that. Okay. I did not see when I did the rinse out any chips or anything, so I'm not expecting to find any. Polish we're getting on this, and this is a pre-polish. So a lot of times you buy those kits online and they call polish like 1000 or 1200 aluminum oxide, and it's really a pre-polish. And this is why, because this is the shiniest it's ever going to get if I stopped with just that 1200 aluminum oxide. I use a 2 micron, which is 8000 aluminum oxide for a polish, and I get a much better shiny result that everybody's expecting. So this is the end of stage 4, and when I get a barrel, this is all going to move into stage 5. And stage 5 is my final stage of polish. Oh, Lepidolite, it's been such a journey. Oh, we had so much of it. We're going to end up with quite a bit, I think. Oh, this is what I was looking for. This little piece that had the green on it, and I don't know what the green stone is. It depends on where this stone was mined, what grows with it. It could either be emerald or tourmaline, and it is so hard. I'm leaning towards tourmaline, but it's just a little tiny bit. It makes me love it because it's so little and unexpected. Dang. Oh, I am really getting excited for this. And I think by leaving it in for a little extra time, a few extra days than I normally would have, because everybody says 3-day cycles in a vibratory tumbler, and I did a lot more than that. This stuff went in on into stage 4 on October 20th. Today is the 26th, so 6 days. I think I misspoke earlier. 6 days in stage 4. Wow. Yep, I'm really happy with this. I mean, like, super duper happy. Okay. I'm going to do that, as I said, 4 or 5 times now, because I'm repeating myself. I'm going to finish this inspection off camera, and then when the polish barrel is available, these will move to polish. Okay. Alright. Because I want to move stuff on. This is our White King's Quartz. Been running in polish for 9 days. And I just rinsed it off. It has not been burnished. I'm doing a check to see if it's ready to come out. It's almost impossible to figure out on a white stone. But if we chase the shine across the surface, wow. You can see that glass-like finish. This is the green quartz. Just make sure it's good and dry. And I had left this in. Now the edges were super, super glassy and just the way I wanted, but the flat surface right here was a little dull. You can see how glassy that is. Ooh. Look at how beautiful that is now. A low speed and a longer time gave us the results we wanted. Look at that shine. Okay, and then this is a piece of aventurine that was bruised, and we took it all the way back to stage 1 and worked it back through. And now you're not seeing any frosting, you're not seeing any bruising. No, well, the spall is deep in there. You can see the shine goes right over the top of it. Okay, I think it's ready for a wash cycle. We're going to give it like 30 to 45 minutes with Dawn soap and a lot of water. And then we'll rinse it outside and then take a look at that barrel. Oh my god, that's lovely. So freaking happy. Okay, let's go put these in for the wash cycle and we'll be right back.